Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Brian with Hillside Baptist Church again, broadcasting from home, obeying my state's stay-at-home order, and hoping that everybody is doing well, staying safe, caring, and sharing the love, not the germs. Today, I want to think about a passage from the Old Testament, from Zechariah chapter 9, beginning in verse 9. And so let's jump right in and read that. Zechariah 9:9. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. Righteous and having salvation is he, humble and mounted on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey. I will cut off the chariot from Ephraim, and the war horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off, and he shall speak peace to the nations. His rule shall be from sea to sea, and from the river to the ends of the earth. As for you also, because of the blood of my covenant with you, I will set your prisoners free from the waterless pit. Return to your stronghold, O prisoners of hope. Today I declare that I will restore to you double. For I have bent Judah as my bow. I have made Ephraim its arrow. I will stir up your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece, and wield you like a warrior's sword. There are three cool things in this prophecy from long ago. And one is that God's people will have a king, and that king will come according to God's plan and in God's own timing. And how will you know? How will you know when he is the king? Well, he will be a king who is righteous in every possible way. He will be a king having salvation. He will not just bring salvation. He will not simply be one who saves, but he himself will be the salvation. And you say, well, that sounds a little symbolic, and how are we going to know, judging one from another? Well, here's something concrete, Zechariah says. When he comes to you, when he makes his presence known, it will be like a humble person who's just riding into town on a donkey. Well, that's interesting. And so we see we're looking for this king who is righteous and salvation, who's riding in on a donkey. We are promised that the king will come. And so that's what we look forward to. We keep looking forward for our king. But not only is there the promise of the king, there's the promise of the kingdom. And in the next few verses it says, hey, he's going to conquer everything. Just like he had a mighty war horse, just like he had a chariot. But the way that this saving and righteous, humble king is going to bring his kingdom is going to be through speaking peace, through speaking peace to all the nations. There is a king who is coming, and he will bring a kingdom of peace that will be for all the nations of the world. But also, we're promised that there is going to be something called the blood of my covenant, the blood of God's covenant. Through the shedding of blood, God will bring a promise that cannot be broken, and it will be for his people. And as a matter of fact, he will use his people to make sure that his covenant is inaugurated, is fulfilled, and is completed. Well, I don't know if you're already starting to see the parallels, but we do have Jesus, the King, riding into Jerusalem on a donkey. We do have his spoken word, his gospel message, which goes out into all of the nations. And we also have the promise of his covenant, that he does it through us. We are his missionaries. We are the people that he uses for his mission to be complete. And you are a part of that right now. Whether you have been sent off to a land far away from your home, or whether you are just seated at home right now under some sort of stay-at-home order. We are the most connected generation in history, and we have the most power to make his gospel known. The King of Peace is coming. The King of Peace is with us. The King of Peace sends his message to the nations, and he does it through me, and he does it through you. Don't shy away from it. There is no vacation from the mission of God. There is no staying at home for the gospel. His word must go forward, and you are a part of it. Be encouraged today that you are part of the plan of God, and accept his purpose for you and do what you can this day. God bless you because he loves you and has a purpose for you. Let's have a great weekend, everybody.